This is a story of how a factory scammed us out of $350,000 worth of faulty merchandise. So we started getting a lot of emails and text messages from customers saying that the hoodies were ripping way too easily. And initially we thought it's because of the DTG printers putting up way too much pre-sheet on the garments. But one of the employees was actually wearing the hoodies. He brought it in and showed us how it was ripping. And that's when we realized, oh shit, we have a fucking problem. And you guys know here at Superline Wholesale, we're very transparent. We show you guys the entire process. So we made an Instagram reel about it, and literally overnight, it got 1 million views. And that's when the factory reached out via WeChat and said, hey, we're gonna fly out from China, we're gonna meet you guys, and we're gonna make this right. So let's see what happens. The reason why I work with Alex is because his styles are faster and it's supposed to be better quality. I pay more with Alex, but the hoodies are ripping. Tell him the hoodies are ripping. It's okay, it happens. You know what's funny? Look, there's 1.2 million people watching this.
TikTok?
Yeah. You know what's funny? The customer coming the next day and asking, can I buy this hoodie?
It really is the way you keep it real, no cheating or...
Keep it honest.
Yeah, keep it honest.
All of my customers, they're not the end consumers, they're business owners. So they also have problems like this too.
Actually, we are trying to find the solution of this order.
With Alex, I pay more because his styles is better and is faster. Look, I'll show you. This is a size medium, right? Maybe this real size is extra small.
From another brand?
Yes. But this one I pay $7.50. From Alex, I pay $15. Double the price. Why I pay double? Because his quality and his style is more accurate. This one, I know what I'm paying for. You know the factory, they can only do just the black hoodie. If I tell them to do the wash, they don't understand. That's why I use Alex. You know Peking duck?
Yeah, Beijing,
right?
Beijing Peking duck.
Yeah, this Peking duck over there, that's the Hainanese cheap chicken. You understand? This is the Hainanese. I know what it is. It's cheap, but the duck can't rip no more. The next load that's coming, I tested the fabric. We might have some...
Actually, we will test the fabric also.
But I already have so much on the way. I have 350,000 on the way.
Just to test it before.
Yes, but that one, the black, it rips too.
Only black.
Only black. It rips too. The amazing thing is, the video with the ripping hoodie, 1 million views, they still want to buy it.
Why?
I don't know. Ask them.
So you promote the video?
Yeah, we promote the ripping hoodie video.
So it's actually a special style.
I don't know about that. You know why they like the video? It's because it's honest. Most people,
yeah, keep it real.
Keep it real. Yeah. Keep it real. In life, there's ups and downs. I show everything. So for the ones that are coming, I'll try to sell everything that I can. If we get to a point where they're ripping again, we'll cross that bridge when we get there. Fair business is the best business.
Thank you.
Our business is growing.
I never saw such a big warehouse.
Next week, I have 13 pallets coming.
13 pallets?
Yes, 13 pallets. Every day it comes in, it goes out.
It's really crazy.
Tell Alex I'm gonna be his best account because I'm the easiest. You know, with this, how many 1 inch, 2 inch, 3 inch, sizing, color. With us, 2,000 pieces, send it. Hey, Alex is different on camera. He's different on camera. I'll show you guys the other side too. Photo and corporate office. All the samples and products over here. Joseph got a new haircut, guys. And if his eyes look smaller, it's because he's not wearing glasses. This one you made, this one is good. We tested it, doesn't rip.
This is actually different washer technique.
Yeah. My other factories, they can't make this.
This one has so many behind it, really complex.
This is good though. My factory, they can't make this. It's too hard for them. He has kids? 2. What about his wife? She get mad that he always working? He gets spanked, huh?
The doctor just graduated from London University and back to the company and help us. Yeah.
Oh, she's old.
Maybe 24?
Oh, 24.
Okay.
Hey, you should get married into some luxury, huh? Chinese luxury. This is the king. This is King Alex. Yeah. You don't like Koreans? Hey, listen, racism exists in all places.
Yeah, that's kidding.
You said just kidding. Okay. You flew all the way out here with one bag?
Only one.
Only one?
One for Alex and one for me.
So they left it at the hotel?
They had like one big one, but that one's at the hotel.
No, there's no bag in the hotel.
Oh, you threw it away?
Yeah, it's empty.
Oh.
Hey, I tell you, Sam, bro, what I tell you guys go, oh, you gotta get a carry-on for 2-day trip. I'll be thugging it out. They be thugging it out. They came overseas like that. Overseas from China with one bag.
Yeah, we have more business and more importance.
Your underwear probably smells disgusting.
No. We have 5.
5. Yeah. So you use one and throw it away.
Yeah, that's right.
That's what happens when you use a factory, bro. When you use a factory plug, you ain't even wash your clothes. You just use it and throw it away.
We have clothes and apparel. I have enough clothes.
Hopefully the underwears don't deteriorate either.
Thank you.
So this is the ones that I have that are coming. I tested these two, right? The blacks, they rip. And this one too. So let's do it like this. I'll sell what I can, because in America, what happens is my customers, if they complain, I have to refund them. Because it's my brand, it's my reputation, it's my face card. If it starts complaining, I'll call him and we'll figure out something fair.
Okay.
Good?
I will pass or reply to Jet.
At the end of the day, I don't want you to lose money, and I don't want to lose money. And I don't want my customers to lose money. There's a way for everyone to live.
Okay.
I think the next opportunity, it's smaller orders of really fashionable stuff. Yeah. Like this. This, no container.
For the small order, no need to pay. You can pay in the largest order after that.
Terms.
Yeah. We have sincerity and trust to share our honest. 把这个生意做得很大。We absolutely can work together to grow bigger and stronger.
I like that.
你赚到钱了，带着我。
What did you say?
Let me sort how to translate.
Translator, try your best.
You are big boss here, follow you.
No.
Okay.
This is monster boss. I'm baby boss. You understand?
做的这样子对他刚好的话，我们一起合作可能会更容易做。Pleasure to invite you to visit our factory. Actually, you can take more video about your production.
Asking for a brand deal.
我让你准备一些。
Fly us out.
Okay.
Fly us out. But tell him I work for free, but I need first class.
机票我帮你买。Alex pay for that.
Okay.
Yeah.
You got it on camera. We're coming to China soon. We're coming to China. You keep it real.
This is actually a happy moment for both of us.
I'm going to China.
Going to China. Superline to China.
First class.
First class. All of us.
Yeah, it's more attractive.
Oh.
No. They can go regular.
No.
Tell them they can go regular. I'll share with them. We'll interchange. It's a 14-hour flight. I'll get it for like half the time, and you get it for a couple hours. I get it. We'll just, we'll all share. Do you guys have kids at your sweatshop?
A case in factory?
Yeah. Are they like slaves in the factories or kids?
No,
a lot of Americans think that there's slaves in your factories and like stuff
No,
like
absolutely not. We are adults. Adult stuff.
What's the adult in China? What age?
Maybe 20.
How much do the factory workers make there?
$1,300 per month.
Per month, USD.
Average.
But you guys pay for their housing and their food, or it's just
including house and food.
How much is a 1-bedroom apartment in China?
It's around 1,000 to 2,000
a month.
Actually, our factory in Alex's hometown is maybe 200 to 300
a month.
Yeah.
What about like cars?
We actually have different consumer concept with the USA person. We normally paid in full.
Oh, in full.
Yeah.
Hey, USA should do more of that. Why are we always using debt?
It's around $20,000 US.
20,000. I feel like it should be cheaper. Y'all making the cars there. How much is Peking duck out there?
$3 to $4.
A full duck?
Full.
Not half.
Not half.
So if you guys don't know, Peking duck is like a luxury dish in China. If we ate Peking duck out here, minimum 30-40 bucks. In China, where they live in their factory, it's only $4. A lot of you guys out there talking about these are sweatshops, they're fucking using underage kids or whatever. I mean, we're gonna fly out there and audit that, I guess. We don't know, we just taking their word for it. But what you guys don't understand is out there, the cost of living is so much less. So they're making $1,300 a month, but rent is only $200 where they live. Then meals are only $3-400, and I'm talking about like $3-4 for like the luxury, like the creme de la creme, right? So imagine like a cup of noodles. How much is noodles there?
Only $1.
$1. Yeah, so like a cup of noodles is $1. So think about it. Breakfast, lunch, dinner, that's $3. Cars, 20,000. So, I mean, they making the cars there, so it's like way cheaper. Famous water. Tell the camera, water boys in the hood.
Water boys in the hood?
This one, $20.
$20?
Yeah, famous. Tell them, water boys in the hood.
Okay, thank you so much. Water boys in the hood?
In the hood, yeah.
In the hood, okay.
Yeah, Alex, big body.
Wow.
Yeah, presidential.
Thank you so much.
This is the president of China right here.
Oh, perfect.
Yeah, presidential. This is assistant too. Uber Black, not regular Uber for you guys.
Okay, thank you so much.
Yeah, thank
Good
you.
to see you, bro.
Thank you. Thank you, Alex. Thank you. I'll come. I want Peking duck, big Peking duck.
Okay.
Thank you. If anything, I'll see you in Vegas.
Bye-bye. Okay.
It's August time.
Bye-bye.
Face-to-face business, nothing beats it. Go to sourcing, we'll be there in August. Maybe you can meet Alex, you can meet us, you can meet other factories. This is definitely an ad for sourcing. Come to sourcing. But for real though, on a serious note, it's really about face-to-face, guys. It's really about doing honest and good business. You want to have relationships that last a long time, right? If you hit a fat lick one time, it'll be cool because you hit a fat lick, but like what I'm more worried about is how do I hit consistent licks? I always tell people karma is the currency of your ethics and your morals. So if you have good karma, good people will come around, good factories will come around, good customers will come around, good employees, good teammates will come around. Make a lot of money, but also be a good person. Because we want to last, bro. We want to build a lasting company. We want to build a lasting business and a brand that's going to be around for the next 100 years. Superline, what did he say? Sky high. It's not on you, it's in you. Look, the camera guy Sam told me, be depressed on camera. But I'm not going to even cap to you. Those emotions that he captured, yes, I was depressed. Yes, I was going through it at that time. But guess what? It's been, 2 weeks later? I could care less. What's going to happen? There's already $350,000 worth of faulty material on the way. I can't change that. It's already coming. And the one thing that I've learned in being in business for over 10 years is there's ebbs and there's flows. There's days that you win. There's days that you lose. What did Moses say? This game pays me every single day. And some days you got to pay it back, right? You can't win on every single deal. And me personally, I have a philosophy in life where I say karma is the currency of your ethics and your morals. And I want to do good business. So what I told Alex is, listen, you're sending $350,000 worth of faulty material. I'm not going to lie to my customers. I'm going to tell them that this shit is a little bit faulty. I'm going to sell as much of it as I can, try to recuperate as much as I can. And if I don't, let's hop on a phone call and let's meet somewhere in the middle. It happens, guys. It's not like he's out there trying to fuck over my business. He's not trying to fuck over my customers. Essentially what he was doing is he was just trying to squeeze the juice and get as much profit as he can. Can I blame him for that? Everyone's doing that. You're doing that. I'm doing that. He's doing that. Everyone that's running a business is doing that. And sometimes when you squeeze too hard, you're gonna get faulty material. You're gonna get faulty products. But you gotta be able to work with your partners. You gotta be able to work with your factories, work with your vendors, and find a middle ground in a solution. Something that's fair, something that's good business. Because at the end of the day, again, shit's gonna hit the fan, and when it does, you wanna make sure you have good employees, good partners, good vendors, and good people around you to make sure you can weather through the storm. You know we stay giving y'all free game. Now let's follow the journey.